WNBA finals. And so I'll leave it there. I mean, I'm just obviously disheartened. You know, I'm a human too. I have a family. I have 2 kids who are devastated by these comments. And so all I'll say is just, you know, it's obviously...
It's finally happening. The news every Caitlin Clark fan has been waiting for is exploding across social media, and the fallout is already reshaping the WNBA from top to bottom. Reports are pouring in that Commissioner Cathy Engelbert is on her way out, resigning amid growing chaos that's been building for months, and the timing couldn't be more explosive. Because just as this bombshell hits, Caitlin Clark has reportedly secured a brand new record-breaking deal with Nike that's shaking the entire sports world. For the first time, it feels like the power dynamic in women's basketball has completely flipped. The old guard is falling, and the new queen of the game has officially taken her throne. Behind the scenes, insiders say Engelbert's exit isn't sudden. It's the result of months of tension that finally reached a breaking point. After a year where the WNBA's viewership and ticket sales exploded because of one player, the league's leadership somehow managed to turn that success into controversy. Instead of celebrating the star who brought in record numbers, they spent months downplaying her influence. But now, Nike has made their stance clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a global brand. Her new deal reportedly doubles the previous $28 million figure and transforms her into the face of a worldwide marketing campaign that rivals the biggest names in the NBA. Her signature shoe line, already one of the most anticipated in years, is projected to outsell top NBA stars by 3-1, and with Nike putting that kind of muscle behind her, the WNBA's leadership suddenly looks outdated, petty, and out of touch. It all started with what insiders are now calling the ungrateful leak. During a private meeting about player marketing and revenue sharing, the commissioner allegedly made a comment that Caitlin Clark and her camp should be grateful for the platform the WNBA provides. That single word, grateful, spread like wildfire, reaching players, agents, and sponsors. Imagine telling the athlete who single-handedly turned your league into a national talking point that she should be thankful just to exist within it. That remark didn't just offend Clark, it enraged everyone who saw how much she had done to elevate the sport. From private charter flights to sell-out arenas, her presence changed everything. Yet the leadership acted as if she was just another player. That mindset was the spark that set the entire league ablaze. Even the team owners, who are finally seeing real money for the first time in years, started to realize the problem. They saw that the commissioner wasn't supporting their biggest asset. She was alienating her. The Board of Governors reportedly began meeting privately about a leadership change, especially as the divide between the WNBA's front office and the Indiana Fever continued to grow. The Fever, Caitlin's team, became the heartbeat of the league. Their games sold out everywhere, their merchandise dominated sales charts, and every time Caitlin stepped onto the court, TV ratings skyrocketed. And yet the league seemed hesitant to feature her too much, afraid of upsetting other teams. That everyone's equal philosophy might sound fair, but in business, it's fatal. Fans don't tune in for equality, they tune in for greatness. Nike understands that. The commissioner didn't. When Nike rolled out the new From Anywhere campaign, they weren't just endorsing Caitlin, they were declaring her the future of basketball. The move made the WNBA look like it was living in the past. Nike was pushing forward while the league was stuck defending its old structure. And as one insider put it, you can't run a 2026 business with a 2019 mindset. The contrast became impossible to ignore. While the league dragged its feet, Nike was giving Caitlin her own logo, her own global tour, and the type of marketing power usually reserved for superstars like Jordan or LeBron. Suddenly, the commissioner's comments about gratitude looked not just outdated, but ridiculous. The fallout hit fast. Within weeks, sources claimed Engelbert was quietly negotiating her exit package. The players' reactions have been mixed, but one thing is clear, the locker rooms have shifted. Where there was once jealousy toward Caitlin, there's now realization. The players understand that her success means higher salaries, better travel conditions, and more exposure for everyone. They've seen what happens when one player can lift the entire league. Charter flights, record sponsorships, national headlines, all because of one name. And that's why the grateful comment hit such a nerve. It wasn't just disrespectful to Caitlin, it was disrespectful to every player benefiting from her rise. The resignation, when it's officially announced, will probably be dressed up in PR language, phrases like stepping down to spend more time with family, or pursuing new opportunities. But make no mistake, this is a forced exit. It's the culmination of a power struggle between the past and the future of women's basketball. Engelbert represented an era where the league was just trying to survive. Caitlin Clark represents an era where the league is finally ready to thrive. And Nike's move made that shift impossible to ignore. The sports world runs on star power, and for the first time the WNBA has one who moves numbers on a global scale. The only question left is whether the league can keep up. The deeper issue here isn't just about leadership, it's about mindset. For decades, female athletes have been told to be grateful. Grateful for a paycheck, grateful for a small audience, grateful just to play. Caitlin Clark is the first athlete to reject that thinking entirely. She doesn't need the league to make her relevant. The league needs her to stay relevant. That shift in power has rattled everyone at the top. She's not playing by their old rules, and neither is Nike. Together, they're rewriting how women's sports are marketed, funded, and viewed worldwide. The new Nike deal reportedly includes a global tour clause, meaning Caitlin will be promoting her shoe internationally in places like Europe and Asia. That alone puts pressure on the WNBA to adapt its schedule. A forward-thinking commissioner would see this as an opportunity to expand the league's reach, but under Engelbert's leadership, it probably would have been seen as a distraction. That difference in perspective defines everything that's happening right now. One side thinks small and safe, the other thinks global and unstoppable. Fans, meanwhile, are watching history unfold in real time. They were the ones who drove this change from the ground up, buying tickets, breaking viewership records, and calling out the league's missteps on social media. Every viral clip, every highlight, every trending moment was a public demand for something better. And when fans speak that loudly, even the most stubborn leadership has to listen. This resignation is as much their victory as it is Caitlin's. It's proof that the audience matters, that the people paying attention can reshape an entire league. Looking ahead, the next commissioner will have one job: build around Caitlin, not against her. Expect her face on every billboard, her games in prime time, and her brand leading every marketing push. Because this time, the league can't afford to downplay its biggest draw. They tried that, and it nearly cost them everything. The new era of the WNBA won't be about playing it safe. It'll be about dominating the headlines, chasing bigger sponsors, and leaning into star power the way the NBA did decades ago. For Engelbert, her legacy is complicated. She helped stabilize the league when it needed steady hands. But when the moment came to evolve, she hesitated. She couldn't pivot from survival mode to expansion mode, and that hesitation became her downfall. The WNBA isn't just trying to exist anymore, it's trying to explode onto the world stage. And you can't do that with a cautious leader. As for Caitlin, she doesn't need to say a word. She's letting the deal speak for itself. While the commissioner's exit dominates headlines, Caitlin's Nike ads are already racking up millions of views. Every photo, every promo, every subtle flex on her social media is a quiet victory lap. She's not just changing the league, she's defining it. The new standard isn't gratitude, it's greatness. In the end, this moment will be remembered as the turning point. The resignation and the Nike deal marked the moment the WNBA finally stopped fighting its own success. It's the day the league realized it didn't need to humble its stars, it needed to celebrate them. And with Caitlin Clark leading the charge, women's basketball is about to enter its most exciting chapter yet. The commissioner is out, the superstar is rising, and the WNBA's future just got a whole lot brighter. And make no mistake, this isn't just a WNBA story anymore. What's happening right now is bigger than basketball. Corporate sponsors, television networks, and international investors are all watching closely because Caitlin Clark's influence is proving that women's sports can command global attention and real money. The kind of attention she's bringing in isn't charity, it's business. Every brand wants a piece of her because she's become the definition of marketability. That's why Nike didn't hesitate to double down, and that's why Engelbert's resignation was inevitable. When a player becomes more powerful than the league's leadership, it's only a matter of time before the balance shifts. Caitlin Clark has become what every sport dreams of, a transcendent star who changes the entire ecosystem. Insiders say the mood inside WNBA headquarters is tense but realistic. They know this transition was coming, and while there's some anxiety about what comes next, there's also excitement. The league now has a once-in-a-generation opportunity to rebuild its image around a true global superstar. There's talk that the new commissioner might come from outside traditional sports, someone with a marketing or entertainment background who understands brand storytelling and viral culture. That's what the WNBA has been missing all along. Someone who treats it like a business built on personalities and emotion, not just box scores and stats. Caitlin's presence has already proven that personality sells. Now the league needs leadership that actually knows how to harness it. Meanwhile, Caitlin's impact continues to ripple far beyond the court. High school players are mimicking her style. College programs are using her name to attract recruits. Even the NBA has started to acknowledge her influence, with male players publicly showing support and attending games. She's bridging a gap that once seemed impossible. And the numbers prove it. Social media engagement around her games beats some regular season NBA matchups. That's unheard of for the WNBA, and it's forcing executives everywhere to rethink their approach. The old guard used to view women's sports as a niche product. Caitlin Clark just made it mainstream, and as the dust settles from this power shift, one thing has become clear. The WNBA can't go backward. The fans won't let it, the players won't accept it, and Nike certainly won't fund it. The league is entering an era where mediocrity won't survive, only ambition will. This is the dawn of the Caitlin Clark era, where the lines between men's and women's sports are blurring, and the spotlight burns brighter than ever. The commissioner's resignation isn't the end of stability, it's the beginning of evolution. The future of the WNBA belongs to the dreamers, the disruptors, and the stars bold enough to rewrite the rules. And right now, nobody embodies that more than Caitlin Clark.